Now this is a story about a young man who, his greatest fear was going through his days without the whole world knowing just who he was. So every chance that he ever got, well, he'd tell the world about how he thought they'd be so amazed at the things he sees and does. He'd boast, "If you knew half the things I know, you would see I run this show. Yeah, I'm about as special as can be. And one day they'll all recognize I'm much more than meets the eyes. Yeah, there's no one as valuable as me." Well, late one night he needed a fix, so he threw some back and loosened his lips, and man, you should have heard the fool start to talk. When all of a sudden, down at the end of the bar, a girl caught his eye from afar, and he could tell that she was watching him like a hawk. She said, "If I just knew the things you know, 'cause I can tell you run this show, you're about as special as can be. Now I finally recognize when I look into your eyes, you're the only perfect man for me." Now, she was finishing up her post-grad, and he was only more than glad to fill in research details she had missed. Ha! She said, "You're funny, you're sweet, I think you're neat, and it would just be such a treat if you would help me cross this dissertation off my list." Well, he paused and he thought about the offer he'd got, and he said, "You know, I like you a lot, but if folks find out about this, they might get pissed." Yeah, but she gave him a wink, and it made him think none of this should really cause a stink, 'cause I think most of this stuff won't even be missed. "Girl, now you know the things I know, and that is how I run this show. No one's as irresistible as me. And now with you here by my side, I feel that I can confide. There's no couple on earth that's better than we." Ha! Well, she left town with a "see you around." A few weeks later, the agents came down, and then his luck really started heading south. And now he sits in a private cell, which seems more like his own personal hell, and he wishes he'd have just learned to shut his mouth. So if you care to do your share, try to be a little more self-aware, then let this cautionary tale guide your path. 'Cause if you're a 2 and she's a 10, fellas, you might just stop and think again, 'cause something's gonna balance out that math. So, ha! Now you see just how I run this show. Woo! Play it out, boys. Ha! Stay safe.